Buongiorno my friends, it's me, your favorite young starting YouTuber Polly. Today we are comparing quarantine versus no quarantine.
Baby, I'm the real thing.
As you know, all of you know, because of Corona, most of us are stuck in quarantine or, lockdown. In Australia, as you can see, people are finally allowed to walk on streets as quarantine is loosened. But in Asia, let's say, people below 13, they can't even go out. Like, they can't go out to the shops, they can't go to school, they can't go anywhere. So let's compare advantages and disadvantages and just the differences. So a big disadvantage, let's start with it, will be that I have to wear gloves. Every time I get a snack out of home, I have to wear gloves. And now I'm actually happy that I wore gloves because the woman who gave me the ice cream, she did not wear gloves. So you never know, she might have gone like, achoo. You never know where those hands have been. Another disadvantage would be that you don't know where your food came from. Again, relating to the previous one, the person who was packing it or unpacking it might have had Corona because it's just life. Now let's get to advantages of Corona or lockdown as a child. So as a child, apart from swim school, you would have several trips to the fridge without it knowing that it was you. Just like hiding. Hello, Miss Fridge. I want to borrow some food. Another thing would be, you can have snacks. You have lots of free time. You can spend most of your day in computers, just random technology, doing whatever you feel like. The advantages of quarantine as a parent, though, well, guess what? There are none. Because your parents have to clean up after all of the several trips to the fridge that you've done. They have to clean your room, or maybe you do it, but I don't know. They can't work because most parents, they have to work from home nowadays, but they can't if they have children 10 or below because you would just be constantly asking, Mommy, I want some food. Mommy, my room's dirty. Mommy, vacuum my room. If you're above 10, then probably life for your parents is easier, but still, your parents have to make twice more food a day than they used to because they just can't give you lunch money and be like, go, honey, you annoy me. So there you go. Now let's go back to the disadvantages, but not a world disadvantage or a general disadvantage, but a disadvantage of quarantine, lockdown. As a kid, tween, teen, doesn't matter. Obviously, you will know that disadvantages are you can't see your friends, you can't go out, you can't go have bubble tea, which is my favorite thing personally in this world. You can only have food for delivery. But guess what? The biggest disadvantage is when quarantine will be lifted, lockdown. You will never know where your friends and family have been during lockdown because while you've stayed at home, they could have gone in contact with hundreds of coronavirus infected people. So even after quarantine is lifted, you would not know who still has coronavirus and who doesn't. So personally, that's the biggest disadvantage. Now let's have a look at how my city looks like in quarantine and out of quarantine. Or we think it's out of quarantine.
Now I'm about to show you the effects of quarantine versus no quarantine in the 3 most popular areas in my city. Now, when we look to our left in a second, we will see that because of coronavirus, they even renamed Area 51 to Area 40. Isn't that just crazy? And here it's such a relief to see an inflow of people back on the streets, cars moving, lights going, you're not dying. That's the important thing. You're not dying, okay? No one's gonna die. Or, I don't know. Here we have Kylie's. No people on yachts. No one even went to get ice cream. I love ice cream. That's just bad not to be open to get ice cream. Here again, there are more people. People finally go get ice cream, go get fish and chips. You can see smiles on faces. Okay, now this is a suburb which is really, really, really popular. Like, there are cafes and restaurants on every single corner. You can walk in and walk out 5 hours later, believe me. Yes. Again, now we can see that there are cars, like not cars just standing there, but there are cars moving. When we were in the first suburb, there were no cars. Like, we saw 3 cars, not more. Here we see cars moving, life is going on. People, we are going to deal with this. Humanity is going to survive. We are going to live, ladies and gentlemen. Believe what I say.
So now, I hope you've learned about the disadvantages and not so obvious advantages of quarantine. So, in conclusion, you have to remember this, one of the most important bits of my video. Wear gloves, because you never know, they can save your life. Wash your hands, you never know where they've been. Trust nobody, because people think, not people, scientists, whoever studies corona, there'll be second, third, fourth wave. So, most important, trust nobody and stay safe. Goodbye. See you soon.